I'm Liv Kenya, and my friends and I are traveling from Nairobi, Kenya, all the way to Cape Town, South Africa. We're using the Garden route, using this car. This is our story. From the Two Oceans Aquarium. We are right at the waterfront, and this is our activity for the day. We'll be getting into the aquarium. Later we'll go to the ferry wheel up there, and then we'll head towards Namibia. So if you're joining me for the first time, I'm Liv Kenya and I'm in South Africa right now. I started my journey in Nairobi on road. It's actually a road trip. Until right now I'm in Cape Town. This was my ultimate destination, so stay tuned and let's enjoy this adventure. We are back here. This is called Bootlegger. We are back in Bootlegger to have breakfast before we go to the aquarium. But just look what I can see behind me. Those are seals. But the way they're relaxed, they're just sunbathing. If only life was that easy.
Just for fun. Okay, my enjoy.
Now these corals are alive. How do you know they are alive? They are not bleached, they are not white. If you see white coral, just know it's dead because it gets bleached once it dies. Whoa! Finding Nemo. I remember this. I like animation, so I can recognize Nemo from a distance. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so cute. First of all, from the fact that there are so many of them. You guys, you can actually get in. I feel like my Nat Geo documentaries are coming to life here. There's 4 corners. Look at it. Sawa ni sumu kabisa. We just trying to figure out where the numbers decline. Yeah, there's not no names. Just look at this whole show of jellyfish. Whoa! Yeah. Another one. This one is so big. What? It's actually showing. Hata unataka kutuonyesha show?
Show.
This is a reminder that do not dispose of plastics anyhowly because it gets to the sea and it kills many aquatic animals. So far, I would say it was worth it. This is a must-visit place when you come to Cape Town. Many people say that it is a place for kids, but as adults, you learn a lot about aquatic life. And I'm glad I got to see a stingray for reals. It's one of those animals I've always wanted to see like in person, but they actually have names. Meet the family: Nia, Nonu, Perry, Queen, Flippy, Gaia, Jamie, Labamba. Yay! So I believe these are the African penguins that we saw, like the ones we saw in Boulders Beach. They're just here for display for kids. The babies are there. They are the chicks. Wait for it. Ndio huyo. 1, 2, 3. These ones are quite different from the other ones. Cute. They look like the blue ones. These are the game. The ones that look like animals when you see from above. If you are someone who loves documentary, especially Nat Geo, the one for water, this is a dream come true. Just look at this show. I'm actually touching a show. Oh. Look at this one. Hello, shark. I'm telling you, if you're someone who loves Nat Geo and you like watching a lot of aquatic life, this is a dream come true. You must come and watch these or any other such huge aquariums. There's so many aquariums in here, we've lost count. You can see them from different angles, literally. Even some of the fish I had never seen, some of aquatic animals I'd never seen in my life, and even on TV, like literally, it is a bucket list item. Please consider. Don't just bring kids, it's even good for adults. Just look at these schools. School of fish.
Doubled his ration, can you blame me for being a slave to my passion? My hair on floats, more these other mariners knows I'm OD till I'm in peace like Aaron.
Oh, she sings well. She sings well. This is where we watched Man City versus Chelsea yesterday night. And there's still some more games. We are at Cape Wheel and these are the charges. So for an adult, it is almost 2,500 Kenyan shillings.
And return back. Shika? And for 10 minutes only.
Jen and Adi are going to take the Cape Wheel and it is almost 2,500 Kenyan shillings. now. You know me, I've ever gone to one back in Nairobi. It was in Two Rivers. It was 500 shillings. Now I'm just laughing at them, but the way the price is 5 times. It's in a different country, I understand, but 5 times. No. I hope they have a good time. Is this your first time?
No, this is my second time.
On a Ferris wheel?
Yes.
You said it's not scary. I expected
Not
it.
so really. You won't feel it. It moves so slowly.
Uh-huh.
But let's see how it goes.
Uh-huh.
And for you?
It's my first time. I fear roller coasters, I fear merry-go-rounds.
Yeah,
But
this is one way to overcome your fear, your height phobia.
let's see how it goes. I hope I will not be the one screaming too loudly. This is how the pods look like. And I saw more than 4 people can sit. At least 4 people. Ah, it's smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. I told you it's smooth. You
It
won't
is
even
smooth.
feel it.
It is smooth. Panoramic view.
Yeah, we're going down.
Ah, this is smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. I told you. How was your experience?
Smoother than I expected. No screaming at all. And imagine we paid 250 rands for 4 revolutions, and they gave us one bonus revolution. And it's fun. The view from up there.
And one stop?
One stop for taking pictures. It's amazing. You get to see everything. You get to see the waterfront, the Lion Hill, Signal Hill, Devil's Peak, the stadium. So you better come here. It's a bit high, expensive, but totally worth it.
Yeah, it's for the experience.
We've been staying in Cape Town for some time now. I think this is the 5th day, and we've decided now to leave Cape Town. I know it's very late, but just to be sure that we are going to leave Cape Town, you know, we are tempted to stay here longer because every day something comes up, and then we are like, guys, we have to do this, but we do not have much time. So just to escape the temptation, we have booked an accommodation 30 kilometers from Cape Town so that we can be sure that we'll be leaving Cape Town. Yes, that is Cape Town for you. Once you get in, you don't want to leave, but by the time you are deciding that you want to leave, you will be broke. I have been seeing on Instagram people treating their dogs, taking their dogs to spa. They cut their nails, they do a massage, they scrub their feet. In Cape Town that happens, by the way. Dogs have seats in their cars, they have their own hospital, they have their spa, they have a hotel, they have a daycare. Money is good, eh? We also tried to refill our air conditioning. I don't know what the guy who refilled our air conditioning in Zambia did, because the air conditioning is gone, is done, like the gas is out, and we are going to Namibia, and you know how hot Namibia is. We have to refill it again. I can't believe I'm doing this the second time. Initially I refilled it in Mombasa, and it took me almost 2 years before I refilled it again. Right now I'm refilling it like in less than 2 weeks. I'm refilling it again, but it's fine. We'll fix that hopefully tomorrow, and then we'll service the car on our way back, because it was 8,000. It was serviced for 8,000. Let me say 8,000 kilometers. We haven't covered 8,000 kilometers, so we can still continue with our journey. Wherever we feel like we need to service it, we'll service it, but the car is just fine. I will surely miss Cape Town. And we'll definitely return. Definitely. Remember in the live I said that we have taken home some clothes so that we can create space for shopping. We could not afford shopping in Cape Town. We've not bought anyone any souvenirs. Just forgive us. Just forgive us, because Cape Town is so expensive. But we're hoping to return in future and buy them souvenirs, because even if we've not bought anything for ourselves, we've just been paying for the basic needs: food, shelter, and water, and checking and entry fees to different touristic sites. When we return to Cape Town, we'll be fully loaded. Fully loaded. Welcome to our apartment for the night. So this is a brief tour. It cost us around 14,000 Kenyan shillings. I'll put the exact figures down there. Around 14,000 Kenyan shillings. And there's this whole way. But before we go to the living room, there's this space here. So it's a 2-bedroom. So this is the space. This is a smaller bedroom. It has a comfortable bed. I like it when Airbnbs have comfortable sheets and very clean ones. I really appreciate this kind of cleanliness. Some art. It's a very simple space, by the way. There's some space here for some for you to hang your clothes. And then at the center here is the bathroom. There's a bathtub. They provided some soap there, even if you want to soak in the bathtub. There's some bathing salts and all those essential oils somewhere there where you can just do your thing. There's some hot water and the shower there. I've realized that in South Africa, most of the time if they provide the bathtub, they don't provide shower on the side, but this one at least it's separated. This is the main bedroom. It's master but not ensuite. So you can see it's quite simple. And some storage space here. Nice art there. And here is the living room. And there is Netflix. Hey, I'm glad I've been watching Netflix for the last 3 days. Every time I doze off, I'm just tired. But it's good to have Netflix. And then an open plan kitchen. So we will be cooking here. It's hot plate. I wonder what will happen if we have load shedding. A few kitchen appliances here and there, kettle, toaster. If you're coming on such a road trip, have a travel cup and have a water bottle. Very important. There's a lot of storage in here. We intend to cook, by the way. It is in a very quiet and beautiful neighborhood, I would say. Oh, Sisha nyama. You can actually make some grilled meat here. Unfortunately, we have not bought any meat. We just buy the ones that is cooked. You see the neighborhood? Beautiful neighborhood. I don't know how I can access that sunset, but because you can see from the reflection up there, the sunset is beautiful. So it's a very safe neighborhood. We just parked outside because it's gated and there are a lot of instructions on check-in. That means that it is quite a safe place. So we'll be enjoying our time here just for tonight, but we'll be leaving very early. I'm telling you, Cape Town can really seduce you to stay. It has seduced us properly, but now we are saying no to the temptation. We have to go back. We have to go back to our reality. I can't believe I'm going back home. No. Everyone back at home tells me you should not return home. There are so many changes, a lot of taxes, a lot of fees have been added to this and that. Even the passport fee has already increased. Oh, thank God I got my passport before everything was changed. But this is where we'll be staying for tonight. So guys, let's just enjoy the day. Good morning. I'm Liv Kenya and this is my group. Everyone, hi. Patrick, Hadia, Jen behind there. We are in, it's called Burgundy estate. Yes, it's Burgundy Estate, and we stayed here for the night, and now we are heading towards the Cape Town, let me just say South Africa Namibia border, and this is our trip back home. It's sad for us because it's been quite a journey. It's been such an adventure, and I know there is still adventure ahead because the country that we are going, we have never been to Namibia, so it's also going to be an adventure. And so guys, if you're just joining us for the first time, trust me, there's a lot that you have not seen behind there, like so many. Just check those other episodes in this series. It's called the Nairobi Cape Town series. Just check out those other episodes, and you'll see our entire journey. So this is our country number. I think this is going to be our country number, around number 8, if not 9. I've lost count. There have been so many countries, so many cities, but they are all unique in their own way. So yesterday we left Cape Town. We went to sleep somewhere, some distance from Cape Town. At least we'll have covered some distance. And also Cape Town is a drag. Once you get in there, you don't want to leave until when you're broke. And because we do not want to get to that point when we are broke, we just decided to, at least for once, let us stay outside Cape Town, so that from there we'll just go all the way to Namibia. And we're excited for this journey. The weather seems so good, so we have quite some tasks to do today. We have to ensure that our air conditioning is sorted, because right now it's as if it's okay, but during the day it's not as cool as it is right now. We also have to cover more than 500 kilometers to get to the border. We are hoping to cross over to Namibia. Right now we left the house at 6:30. It's 6:34, and we're excited about Namibia. Yay! We will explore. Yes, we'll explore Namibia, but just along the main highway. But going into those other places, you need a 4x4 to go to those other places. You remember Namibia is one of those countries that has a very big percentage of the desert. Remember Namib Desert? Yes, so there's a lot of sand. If you know anything about Namibia, I'm sure you know that there are a lot of sand dunes, sands and all that, and you need a 4x4 and a car that is just meant for that kind of terrain. So with our car we'll not manage to go there, but we'll be coming back next year, I think, to do like a thorough. We will properly comb Namibia. Let me use Adia's word. She says we'll thoroughly explore Namibia next year. But for now we'll just do a brief, not really a brief, but a tour around the places that are within the main road, away from too much sand. And we can't wait to meet, she's called that girl Vapa. Yes, we can't wait to meet her. She's in Windhoek or Windwalk, depending on where you come from. Yes, and she's waiting for us. She offered to host us and also take us around. So good people. In this trip we've had very nice people offering to do so many stuff for us. In fact, our breakfast today is being taken care of by Miriam. Miriam, be blessed.
Thank you, Miriam.
So guys, let the adventure continue. As we get closer to Namibia, the temperatures increase and human settlement decrease. We have been driving for hundreds of kilometers without seeing a single structure other than those at the lay bay. When taking this trip, ensure that you get tires that are versatile and suitable for this kind of temperatures. Also, keep checking the pressure on your tires because they tend to increase as a result of too much heat. That is Clan William Dam. It taps water from Oliphant's River, the same river that we've been seeing people farming around it, farming lemon around it. Yeah, it's quite a long river. You'll get to see more of the dam as we go ahead. We are going to Clan William to do the car service and also to have our air conditioning checked. Get some breakfast. It's still morning. It's around 9:55, yet it's already 33 degrees Celsius. I wonder how hot Namibia is if right now we are at 33 degrees Celsius. I don't know if you guys can see. It's 33 degrees Celsius right now, yet it is 9:55. These are lemons. Yes, we import a lot of our fruits, especially lemons, the citrus. There is the grapefruit, lemons, oranges, especially Valencia oranges, apples. Yeah, apples, and even the pears, the fancy ones like the ones we have here. Yes, we import them from South Africa. By we, I mean Kenya. Kenya imports a lot of that from South Africa. So you can see at the foot of these hills, there is an orchard here. Now, we are not sure which fruit this is. Some are saying mangoes, others are saying pears. I don't know, maybe you guys can tell us. Which fruits could these ones be? Let me just zoom it a little so that you can see it better. Also in South Africa, there are so many resting places. You see here, this is just one of them. We parked Pearl there just to rest here for a minute before we continue with our journey. So in these resting places, there's usually a shade and a couple of chairs permanently fixed. There's another one over there, and then there is a dustbin, so that if you are just passing by and you have some rubbish that you'd like to dispose of, you just dispose of. So there's one there, and then there's another dustbin here. Let me show you how the entire place looks. So this is one side of the road. More orchards on that side, and then the hills again. The hills. And there is our route. Look at that time. It shows 10:27, but that is East African time. It's actually 9:27, yet it's already 31 degrees Celsius. So hot out there, and our air conditioning is not behaving. We have to service the car before we leave. So this is one of the churches in Clan Williams. We are right here. We are going to the bank to withdraw some money. But this is how the streets look. So guys, I'm here to collect instant money. I don't need a card. I have just collected some money here. I've collected money from the ATM using instant. There's another church there as well. There's so many churches in South Africa. Not just churches, beautiful churches. Jen, what are you having?
Beef curry and pap.
And this
That's
is
a simmer. And this is
beetroot. At how much? 35 rands?
35 rands, yeah. And so yummy.
I'm having tripe, pap, and beetroot. How do you like the tripe? Very clean, too clean. The lady is here enjoying life. It's called in Clans. Clans? Clan William. So guys, we're still in Clan Williams and we have had our air conditioning fixed. We even had there's this pipe here. If you know this pipe, it had puncture somewhere and it has also been replaced, this pipe over here. So we are just testing the car to ensure that the air conditioning is cool enough and the temperatures on the temperature gauge there is also fine. So this is us just roaming around Clans William, trying to test. So there is the town. It is somewhere between mountain ranges, and Google says that it is called Cederberg Mountain Ranges. From our own test, we have confirmed that the air conditioning is fine and the temperatures on the car engine is also fine, so we'll head towards Namibia now. At least we needed to sort that one before we cross the border, because Namibia can get really hot. Let me just show you. We are at 36 degrees Celsius right now and we are nowhere close to the border. We still have a long distance to the border, to the Namibia border. Remember, in Namibia is mostly desert, Namib Desert, and I think there's some parts of Kalahari Desert that are also nearby. So we are not taking any chances. We are not going to die in Namibia. We want to get home, so we had to confirm that that one is in order. Clans William, it's been a pleasure. Now we are leaving, heading towards, you've seen Pearl has gotten some baby girl treatment. She's now clean. The air conditioning is fine, the engine is okay, and we can now proceed to the border. I'm not sure whether we'll get there, but we are hoping that even if we don't get to the border, it's actually 2:43. Even if we don't get to the border, at least we need to get to Springbok before nightfall. So here we are again. Let the adventure continue. As we head to refill our air conditioning gas again, because apparently there was a leakage of the there was a leakage on the air conditioning. So they're called the O-rings. Yeah, the rings that seal the whole system. Let me just say the whole system. The rings were faulty. Some of them were broken. So they had to be replaced so that it can completely seal the air conditioning gas inside. So that was the problem. That is why apparently the guy in Zambia did his work. He refilled the gas well, but because of the leakage, that is why we ran out of gas. We ran out of the air conditioning gas. So right now, at least that one is sorted. But what? We could have died. We're still at 40 degrees Celsius. What? Let's look at that temperature. 40 degrees Celsius. 40. My people, we almost got fried. We almost got fried. Thank God for the fixing of the AC. It's unbelievable. Yet, there are greenhouses here. Let me show you. Just look at all that. The water from that river is being used in all these farms.
Oliphants River.
Yes, Oliphants River. And to a point that we feel like they have taken life out of the river. They have taken life out of the river. It is no longer the big river that it's supposed to be. It's for human sustainability, but there should be some regulation of some form. See all those other greenhouses up there? That is all farming. At the edge of that hill. Ooh. And then there's another one there, a big sharp one. Let me show you guys. Before we get into the flat ground with nothing, desert, nothingness. So before we get there, let's look at the hills one more time. We are heading towards Namibia border and we are passing through this desert. This desert, I think, is part of the Karoo desert. We watched some documentary about this place, and there are some water catchments here and there where the farmers use to actually just feed their cattle. There are some cattle, but most of them rear goats and sheep. Now there were some water catchments here and there, and from what you could see, I would say that in this area people know how to utilize rivers, dams and all that. But now the only problem is they are draining it dry, and to a point that a very wide river ends up being just a tiny stream. It's good for farming, it's good for human survival, it's good for food security, but what does it do to the environment? What does it do to the environment? I'm a beneficiary of the whole farming process because I eat a lot of oranges and apples from South Africa, even grapes. But what does it do to the environment? Now look at these hills. You would think that it's the Table Mountain, but it's not. Look at this formation. You see there? It's almost as flat. And then there, it's almost like the 12 disciples. You know, Table Mountain has some other parts which are a bit rough. They are not as flat as the Table Mountain, and they are called the 12 disciples. They are not 12, they're actually more than 12, but they are called the 12 disciples. It's more than 40 degrees Celsius out here. I'm literally burning. We are literally burning. Thank God we have air conditioning. I'm telling you, I can't say enough how grateful I am for the air conditioning, because we could be dying. But we thank God for Clarence William. At least we got sorted. At least that issue got sorted, and our car is in perfect condition. So we've not had any major major mechanical problem, but just one or two things here and there that needs to be fixed. Now, when you come to South Africa, Subaru is not a very popular brand here. So if you have a Subaru, you might have to look for spares. You ensure you do the services thoroughly. Even the things that you wouldn't check, have them checked, because there isn't much spare parts in South Africa. You'll have to wait and wait and wait for it to be collected from, I don't know whether it's Cape Town or Johannesburg, but most people use German cars here, Volkswagen, BMW, Porsche, Jaguar, you know, Toyota. If you have Toyota, you'll be fine. But Subaru, since we came, we've only seen 2 Subarus. That one is from all the way from I think Zambia to where we are right now. We've only seen Subaru twice. And most of the time the one was Subaru Impreza. That one we saw it yesterday, and the other one was Forester. So if you have a Subaru car, spares in the southern side of Africa is a problem. So we thought that usually when we need to service the car, we just take our car to we have our mechanic who usually services our car. But when we are away and we need the filters and oils changed, we just go to any Shell. We just go to any Shell or Total or wherever for them to change our filters and oil. Because they usually have those parts. They usually have those. They usually have the oil. They usually have the filters ready, because Subaru is a popular car in the eastern side of Africa. But coming here, we thought we'd do the same. So we insisted on going to Shell again, and this time they did not have the filters, and they cannot change the oil if they are not changing the filters. It was just, that is one of the culture shock. Let me say that. That is one of the culture shocks, but here we are. So I think we are getting into the desert. Yeah, we are getting into the desert. You'll realize that behind me and beyond is a bit flat. It's sort of a plateau with very thorny plantations and vegetation, and expect that it will get worse than this. So let's go. If we won't make it to the border, we'll sleep at Springbok. We'll sleep at Springbok. I didn't know there was a town called Springbok until today. Yes, I've checked the map. I know the border, but I didn't know we'll be passing through Springbok. Fontaine. It's a town that we've seen after a very long distance of just nothingness, emptiness, and we've seen that it's a bit the place is a bit green, because you can see some trees and there is some plantations somewhere here. I'm not sure exactly what is being planted around here, but there are people who have optimized the desert. Called the Little Karun Desert. This bracelet is a way of Kenyans identifying each other in diaspora. It literally saves lives. Therefore, if you see anyone with this bracelet, just know it is either a Kenyan or someone who has been to Kenya. So to surprise them, just say habari. That means hello. Since we left Cape Town, you will realize that we have made so many stops. This allows the car to cool down because this area is very hot. So guys, we are trying to make use of the shed once since we started this journey. This is the first time we are actually using the shed. I don't think human beings actually sit here. It's very, very hot. But the good thing about that is, from sitting here, I've been looking at the roof. These roofs are made differently. Look at this. So I think they attach all this. They look like, I don't know, reeds or what, but they are being attached by some plastic here. And then they get attached to this wire using a peg. that is quite different. At least it made me keen enough to see that I don't think it's always hot. Being a country that experiences all the seasons, I think this is just summer to them. But we are also approaching the desert. Yes, so that is also one of those reasons. In fact, the car is cooler than out here.
Oh yes, I'm single.
Broken darkness under the surface in my mind. No, I don't want this anxiety pushing. Look at me, like you just want me to stay, but you just can't see. All I wanna do is float
So we are surrounded by very beautiful hills. So guys, this is the situation. We have used all the coolant we had. The car has overheated. When you come to these sides of the country of South Africa and heading towards Namibia, please carry extra coolant because it's hot out here. We'll have to keep checking on the coolant and the water in the radiator all the time because these temperatures are insane. But let's just see. Pearl will survive. We have to get to Kenya with this car, so let's see the test. This is the ultimate test.
I'll be free. All I wanna do is float away.
We are approaching Springbok. Good morning from Springbok. So this is a bright morning, as you can see. And we stayed somewhere. This is the cabin where we stayed at, the four of us, and it is surrounded by the mountains. Look at all that. Look at all that. Yes, we slept somewhere between the mountains. In fact, this cabin has been built somewhere on a rock. There's the rock and then there goes the house. It's actually a very, very old cabin, but it was comfortable for the night, and we are grateful. So yesterday we looked for accommodation around this place is very expensive, considering the fact that it is the first stop, I think, after the border. It's the first proper town after the border, after the Namibia South African border, the border that you are going to use today. And it looks like when it gets to the evening, all the truck drivers, all the travelers just come here for accommodation. We went to every stop, every accommodation that was listed, like when you go online, and we was told that it's fully booked. And in fact, others would tell you this place is booked, the other place is booked, the other place is fully booked, just like that. And then thank God we had seen this caravan somewhere when we were passing through, going towards the town. It's a bright morning, I say, because we are crossing over to Namibia, our country number 9. Woo! I can't wait to add that flag on my Instagram. So we are packing. Yeah, we're just ensuring that everything fits into that boot, because we want to have enough legroom. And our usual Hadia there, Jen there, and Patrick is a very resourceful person. He's the only one who can pack that place to ensure that everything fits in there. I'm Liv Kenya, and this is my travel group. I always travel with this four, like the 3 of them all the time. Whenever I'm traveling, it's either we're 3 of us or 4 of us. Okay, at times we invite you guys to travel with us, but today we are just the 4 of us. I just love the view of the mountains. You know, when you came here at night, we did not realize that we were somewhere in between the mountains. In fact, we did not even realize that the highway was just next to us here. You see the trucks? Like I told you guys, in South Africa the trucks just are very long because they carry 2 trailers. You see that one that has just passed? They carry 2 trailers. So when you're overtaking, you have to be very sure that you actually want to overtake, because you'll think that it's just the normal truck with 1 trailer, and then you just find out it has 2 trailers. And remember, in South Africa people drive 120 kilometers per hour and above. So think along those lines, and their cars are meant for speed. Think along those sides. So today we'll be leaving South Africa, which it has been such a pleasure. We've been here for like 2 weeks, and it's been a pleasure. I tell you guys, it's been a pleasure being in South Africa. All I can confirm is we've been very vigilant, like you guys advised us, but we've not encountered any security issue. The South African people are very, very kind. Yes, I repeat, they are very kind. We've not had any bad encounter. Whenever we needed help, we got sorted. Most of the time free of charge. Like yesterday, we got someone at a petrol station who helped us check the coolant again. I think there was some pressure that had not been released when we were in Clarence William. So he checked it and fixed it just free of charge. We thank God. So
Richard from Springbok.
Yeah, this is okay. Actually, this is a shout out to Richard from Springbok,
Thank you.
The mechanic in Caltex in Springbok. Be blessed. Be blessed. So we'll be checking the car again before we leave, because we have a long journey. Today we have to cross the border and go all the way to Windhoek, and we'll be meeting that girl Vapa. She offered us accommodation there, and we are taking that accommodation because as at now our pockets are screaming. Our pockets are screaming, and she was kind enough to give us accommodation even from we actually got her from the lives that we always have. We had a couple of lives before we started this journey. She offered accommodation, and then we told her we will take the accommodation, and it would be a pleasure to meet someone who is a local. To travel all the way from Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. We passed through Tanzania, through Zambia, through Botswana. We came to South Africa through, our first stop was Zeerust, and then we went to Pretoria, Johannesburg. We went through the garden route. You know the garden route? Bloemfontein, went to Maseru. Yeah, we've been to many places, to Cape Town, and right now we're in Springbok. Springbok. But the guys, Springbok is an animal. It's like an antelope, and it's the national animal in South Africa. That one you need to know. It's a national animal in South Africa, and it's also the name of their rugby team that won the World Cup. So this must be a very significant town. I can imagine how much they celebrated when Springbok won the World Cup. I hope the rugby team will get this far, even though it's so hot. So yesterday we were dealing with 43 degrees Celsius temperature, and we're expecting that today it will go even higher, maybe up to 50 or 40, 47. So we pray that we'll be able to stand the heat. So guys, let the adventure continue. Now we are heading towards Namibia. Yay! Guys, we are from refilling the car. We've added like 46 liters more. That is mostly because yesterday, because of all the pressure and all the coolant problems, the car consumed a lot of fuel. But we are hoping that today the fuel consumption will be optimal. So let's go now. Road, you'll expect that it will just be rocky, but this meanders just makes a very big difference. Just how scenic is this? I now know the kind of roads I like. The roads that are somewhere next to the hill or somewhere in between mountains. These are my kind of roads. South Africa is showing off for the last time before we cross the border. South Africa never disappoints, that's for sure. And they have so many rocks. I wish they could use it for construction. This is a lot of money, but if you come and destroy them, we won't have this kind of view, so let them be. This is the best view I've seen today. This is a very dry and hot place that people prefer not to reside in, but the beauty around here, this is a proper treat for the day.
We're enjoying the view, South Africa. doesn't disappoint. Views after views.
I'm
Wow.
telling you.
Amazing.
I agree.
Huh?
It's just picturesque.
Speechless. You guys have seen. I don't have to explain anything. You've seen it by yourself. So I'm just here enjoying the views. We thought that it could be just flat rocks throughout, but this was nice. There's a river that is supposed to be passing through here. It's called Koyep River. It's supposed to be passing through here. I think because of the dry season, it's dry. That is why you can see this flat land here. You see there? This is where the river is supposed to pass by. So I can just imagine how it looks when it rains. It must be very beautiful but quite dangerous. Because I'm not very confident of this sand. Yeah, it must have been plus the river. So I think this place is usually full of water when it rains, right?
Yeah. There's some sand.
Yeah, the sand is
Dried recently.
but this is such a beautiful scene. Yeah, you see the terraces there. Ah, it already destroyed the road, you see? They're actually constructing the road before it rains again. Yeah, by the guys, we're being escorted. There's a car. Oh my goodness, look at that. What? You see there? The road got destroyed there. I think it's because of the rainwater. So this is the view, and guys, we are right at the border. So you'll get to meet these mountains right at the border. It's a very scenic view. And there we are. Namibia, here we go. And the river, actually Orange River it also forms the border between Namibia and South Africa. So Orange River is a very significant river in South Africa. We are right at the border. It's Viol's Drift, and apparently foreigners get a tax refund here at the border. So let's see if that will happen for the things they have bought. Let's see. So we are here to clear our cars and immigration. And this is such a beautiful view for a border. And I've just realized that most borders have very scenic views. They use like natural features, natural physical features like maybe mountains, rivers and all that to mark the border, right? Yes. We are right at the border. When we met Benjamin in Cape Town, you remember the Kenyan friend we met in Cape Town? He told us that when you're leaving South Africa, you always get you get a refund of your taxes if you bought anything and you have receipts. So we have so many receipts. Let's see if we'll get a refund. That will be awesome. I've never seen that. I've never gone to any country where you get refunds, so this will be my first country, and maybe that may be just the other reason why I will keep coming back to South Africa. Let's find out. Actually, the foreigners are the ones who get the refund. I don't know about the locals, but we were told that the foreigners are the ones who get the refund, and you get it at any border, whether it's the airport or the land border. We've crossed the South African border. We are heading towards the Namibian border.
Bye, South Africa.
Bye, South Africa. We'll miss you. You've been such a good home for us. I can't even believe it, by the way. It's been just sweet memories. Here is the Orange River. It marks the border between South Africa and Namibia. And now we are entering into no man's land, which is the Orange River. Look at that. Finally we meet the Orange River again. But look just how scenic it is. Yeah, it gets so full. It's a big river. It gets so full. I think it's because it's a dry season. The Orange River is one of the major rivers around this place. It's one of the longest, in fact, in Africa. So it is a big deal out here. And it passes through those hills up there. Welcome to Namibia. Guys, we're finally in Namibia. Yay! So this is yet another country. Let's explore it to the maximum. In the coming episode, we shall be exploring Namibia, the land of the strong. So stay tuned, like the video, and please comment below on what you think of the journey so far. If you're new to the channel, welcome on board and kindly consider subscribing to the channel and joining my virtual family. So guys, until the next episode, bye!